Hello! So today is this magical question I ask myself every day when I wake up. Am I a Jrock fan? So, here's the topic. I, years ago, stumbled upon the site. This is an more artsy, pixely, dolling site. And it played a great band, to this day, a great band called Deer and Grey. Then, I wanted to know if Jrock was an actual thing, and if it was, what else is there? So I traveled through the site. It's like Napster. I kind of call it my Napster. After Napster was, taken down by the feds. And I go through 50, 60, 70 million pages to find some amazing bands from the island of the rising sun. Now here's the catch. The same girl who fell in love with the Gazette because of that magical search comes back to, present day, wondering, do I like every single Jrock band? No. Do I like a lot of the popular bands? No. Does it mean I'm a Jrock fan? I don't know. So, this is a very interesting question for me because there's so much criteria involved with being a Jrock fan versus being a just rock music fan. Okay? I mean, there are some criteria with the rock music thing, but it's a little bit more spread open because there's so many genres and things like that. With Jrock, every genre gets thrown into one. I mean, you like gothic metal, and then you get post-punk stuff, and heavy metal, and hard rock, and grunge, and you get all these medias, subgenres into one smushed category, especially visual K. That's why I do not like calling visual K a genre, because there's way too much sound to categorize as one thing. So I call it a movement, so it's easier, because that's essentially what they're doing, is a movement. And Abby knows movements because she's also a visual artist, and usually that's what they call certain visual art movement things. They call them movements, like surrealist movement, neoplasticism movement, visual K movement is pretty much works like that, like a Dada movement, or a postmodern. Postmodern's huge, but that's the thing. And then I present this idea, and people get really confused. Okay, I can't even explain visual K. That's how obscure it is to me. And I don't like that many bands. Jrock bands, I mean. See, I like a band, and I really like their sound. I played them 50 million times. I learned a little few things about them every now and then. I spread my love. That's how I do my thing. Or I end up taking things from them, like, certain textures, sounds, visuals, art stuff, mainly. And I know, it's magical. I take things to portray into my own artwork. And I like that. See, it's very hard to find a lot of people who consider themselves Jrock fans to do that. And people who do, I love them very much. They're actually probably my friends already. And then the other ones who don't, I don't mind, because that's just their thing. I mean, if you ship them, that's your thing. Me, I've just always found it weird because I'm I like girls and guys, and I kind of don't want people to be obsessed with my sexuality and orientation. I don't know. I have this weird thing I've come to look at a lot of these things about. So, Abigail Tolar here does not give a fuck about your yaoi. Surprise, I know. I said that and I almost got a permanent ban on DeviantArt. Who knew? You can't say that with Jrock fans. Especially Gazette fans. Sorry. So, roll down to Jrock Lane. I don't like that many bands. I mean, I've liked some things from them. But then I don't give a damn. Like Nocturnal Bloodlust, I don't give a damn about them. They don't appeal to me. They don't appeal a lot. Pretty much 90% of today's Jrock bands that are new and popular now, I don't even really give a fuck about. Some of the older ones, I pretty much put it down to 70%. I don't give a fuck. Mainly because X Japan and Lunacy are the big ones, and I do love them anyways. But usually when I play them along, and somebody asks me, like, you know, my music tastes, I usually listen to them at the same time as some other bands, and then I'm just, like, introducing music to them. I do, if they ask what language, I'm honest. Can I say Japanese? They're speaking Japanese. But then it's just like, whatever, you know. So, and Jrock fans, I notice it's very hugely fanfic, fan art based. We're cosplay, a little bit of cosplay. Me, I just want to talk about my bands. I want to talk about what elements they use, what aspects, whatever. That's my thing. I want to use my artistic vision and be able to project with that inspiration on the side. So I don't get involved with the fandom, mainly because I enjoy music differently. I enjoy it like I enjoy Western music. So that concludes that I don't usually call myself a Jrock fan. I'll call myself a Gazette fan, I'll call myself an Exist Trace fan, but I also will call myself a Garbage fan. I'll call myself an Icon for Hire fan. Does that make me a bad person? I hope not. And yeah, that's just literally how I feel. Years ago, I would have said, hell yeah, I'm a Jrock fan. I can listen to every Jrock band ever. For me now, I'm just like, I'm too tired to deal with all that. I kind of just want to be Abby. That's kind of just my thing. I just want to be Abby. Not Jrock fan, the best. I don't want to be on top of that because it's just not. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in it. That's me. That's my personal thing. I don't want to push myself to be interested in things because it just becomes too much work, stressful. I feel like I'm going to have to compete with everybody, and I just don't want to deal with that. My God. I feel like Jrock, calling myself a Jrock fan, it would be kind of like I'm competing for gold. Like, I gotta know all these bands. I gotta get into this genre. I gotta know what every visual K is. And for me, Abigail Tolar just wants to sit down, listen to her music, and enjoy it. So, I can list you some bands I like that happen to be from Japan, but calling myself Jrock fans, I just rather listen to my favorite bands and go on with my merry way. That's my video. Am I a Jrock fan? That's something you're gonna have to decide. And if you don't think so, I'm totally fine with it. If you think I am, I'm totally fine with that too. So, that's my whole entire video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. That's my vlog, and my thoughts, and everything. Okay? Bye, guys. See you again soon.